Hi Aquarius, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina and today we are doing January 2021 predictions for you. I can't believe it's the new fucking year, bro. Like, holy shit, I can't believe we're here. I hope that you had a wonderful holiday season. I hope that everything has gone as smoothly as possible for you. If not, I'm sorry and I'm sending you so much love and just I'm giving you a hug, I promise you, and I love you so much and I hope that things start looking up for you. I hope that you begin to feel better soon. With that being said, we're doing Aquarius readings, okay? So this may apply to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at Sinfulpluto.com. I'll be leaving the link down below. Excuse me. And if you want to find me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. The deck that I'm using is the Affirmators Tarot, for anyone who's curious. I'll be linking it down below as well, along with other stuff. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it and see what's going on for you in January. You know, it's almost your season, rah rah. Let me stop. Yo, me and my best friend, well, she's the one that started it, but my best friend Gabby, she says it all the time, and it's like the funniest thing ever. I love it so much. She's so funny. But that's like the new thing for us, and it's just fun. I love it. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's see what's going on. There's too many cards. What's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Okay. Ooh, we have the Chariot card, so you might be dealing with a Cancer. But also it just seems like you're making a lot of strides recently, which I love. We have the Five of Wands, so okay, there might be some sort of issue with internal conflict or finally confronting something that you may have been avoiding for a while. We have the Seven of Cups reversed, so finally seeing the truth of something, maybe possibly being disillusioned in some way. It also kind of seems that maybe some of you are kind of feeling disillusioned with the conflict that is just not being solved. I wonder what that conflict is. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, so possibly you feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the responsibilities that you are dealing with. You know, we have the whole great conjunction that happened recently with Saturn and Jupiter going into Aquarius, so there is this spotlight on you, Aquarius, especially Aquarius risings, because that's in your first house, Gra. So yeah, maybe you're struggling to kind of juggle those in some way, or maybe it just kind of feels like you are taking 10 or 2 steps forward, or 1 step forward and 2 steps back type of thing. We have the Page of Cups, and then we have the Page of Wands reversed. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords reversed. Interesting. Okay, so it really seems that this month you need to really get out of your head, Aquarius, which is really interesting. I'm sure with this new added responsibility, this new spotlight on you, it might feel a little bit overwhelming right now, and you might not really know how to cope with everything, or just maybe you're just learning how to navigate through these new feelings, through these new responsibilities, through all of this here. And then with what I was saying earlier, with this Five of Wands reversed and the Seven of Cups reversed, it kind of seemed as though there may have been some sort of inner conflict, inner turmoil that you've tried to ignore or push under the rug, or, you know, turn the cheek the other way to kind of avoid it. But now it kind of seems like it's no longer avoidable. It is very much inevitable at this point, it seems, and now you really have to face it and deal with it. And maybe this relates to the way in which you approach maybe your career, the way in which you approach a situation in your life with this Nine of Pentacles reversed, where you keep on hitting a certain roadblock, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the same exact roadblock in appearance, but at its core, it has a very similar theme that you might not be seeing or acknowledging. And so in order for you to overcome this roadblock or obstacle, you have to take on a different approach. And so in terms, if this is something that you've been avoiding, if there's something that in your life that you have been avoiding or trying to kind of breeze by or rush through, especially with that Chariot card, it seems that, it seems that some of you may have really tried to sidestep something in your life, whether it's in regards to love, to jobs, to school. You tried to sidestep something, or like avoid some sort of conflict, or even avoid a confrontation that you need to have. And when I say confrontation, I don't mean this in an aggressive, like argumentative way. It doesn't have to be that, but it more so just means facing something directly, looking something straight in the eye and dealing with it rather than trying to sidestep it or be like, oh, it's out of sight, out of mind. It kind of looks like you tried to do that whole out of sight, out of mind type of thing, and it's not working in your favor. It hasn't been working in your favor. And so it looks like the universe is really like pushing you to face something head on so that you can be the Nine of Pentacles upright rather than reverse. Because reverse, this is saying like history is going to continue repeating itself as long as you continue repeating the same patterns of behavior, the same approaches. You need to take on a different approach here. With this Page of Cups, this is like this, so we have both the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. I'm not sure if this is your own energy or the energy of someone else, but Page of Cups can symbolize like a bit of like naivety, and it can also be like emotional immaturity or just being a little bit inexperienced as it pertains to emotional regulation or dealing with things. I don't know why, but it kind of either feels like an emotional tantrum or just like not knowing how to deal with emotions, not knowing, oh, okay. So with Aquarius is, you know, I'm an Aquarius moon, so I can relate to this as well. With Aquarius is, you know, emotional regulation is like not a thing. You know, Aquarians are very much out of sight, out of mind. They don't like to deal with their feelings. They like to suppress everything. So I wonder if this has to do with the emotional regulation with you this month of literally needing to learn how to face your emotions and deal with them and process them in a healthy manner rather than suppressing, rather than running away from them, rather than projecting or deflecting or displacing your feelings, and becoming very aware of the tendencies in regards to handling your feelings, handling your emotions. Are you expressing your emotions head on? Are you communicating them? Are you like verbally expressing to them, or are you journaling them? Like, what are you doing to get your feelings out there? Because Aquarians are very moody. Like, you can deny it all you want, but Aquarians are fucking moody as hell. Like, it's just, it expresses, I think, in a different way than like a water sign per se, but y'all moody as hell. And it's because I think for a lot of you, you're not expressing your shit. You're not telling people what you're feeling, or you're not being direct. It's like you are being very out of sight, out of mind about things, and that's just not going to slide this year. It's really not. It seems that this year you're really going to have to learn how to grow up, how to communicate and face things head on rather than trying to sidestep it. With that Chariot card upright, it really looks like you have to have that laser focus and be very direct. And this isn't something that can be avoided anymore. And with the Eight of Swords reversed, of course, you've been feeling stuck and trapped in your own head. Of course, you've been feeling anxious because you're not expressing anything. You're bottling everything up. And so this month really relates to you releasing and liberating yourself from the own prison that you've locked yourself in, and learning to get out of your head. It's good to intellectualize your emotions and stuff, but you also have to feel them, and you also have to acknowledge them rather than trying to be like, oh, it's no big deal. It's like, I'm gonna get over it eventually. Like, it's fine. That's not gonna work. So find methods that you can use that help you emotionally regulate, whether this means talking to a friend, whether this means journaling, whether this means talking to a professional. like a guidance counselor or a therapist, if that is accessible to you, if that is available to you, or if there are free resources available to you, take advantage of them, absolutely. Or look up YouTube videos on ways to be more self-aware in regards to emotions and things along those lines. And then we have this Page of Wands reverse, which kind of reads as like emotion, like impulsivity almost. So I wonder if some of you, instead of dealing with your emotions head on, you're either throwing tantrums or you're just doing really reckless things so that you don't deal with what you have to deal with, which is really interesting, actually. Because with a page, it's like, it's child, that's a child, like that's a young, inexperienced type of energy. And then wands is fire, it's emotion, or not emotion, it's fire, it's passion. It is like impulsivity, things along those lines. Having it reversed would be like recklessness, impulsivity, not thinking things through, kind of just acting, yeah, like a kid having a full-blown tantrum almost. So I wonder if that's an issue with you, and if that's the case, reflect on that and sit with that and really learn self-control and self-discipline as it relates to you wanting to explode or deflect or displace your emotions, or whatever the case may be. You know, maybe it's worth isolating yourself for a minute to really sit and breathe and write out your feelings or talk about your feelings, or whatever the case may be. Yep. And then once you learn how to confront things directly in the moment, or once you've had some time to think about it and like reflect, you will stop hitting these roadblocks. Like, you will stop feeling stuck. So yes, I would really encourage you to find methods that help you express and verbalize your emotions, or help you just get things off of your chest, whether this is journaling, talking to a friend, everything else that I've listed before. So yes, that seems like a big lesson for you this month, Aquarius. So I hope that resonates. I hope you were able to get something out of this. And with that being said, I will talk to you later. Bye.